Hello, everybody out there in the internet. Welcome to the Comic Book Talk podcast for January 18th, 2019. I'm Chris Adams Tekken Master, joined by.
Buff Larkin, I'm telling you this, Tekken. For once in our godforsaken lives, we've decided to do something about video games because I've actually started picking it back up again. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, especially
I
after your whole Facebook message of like, oh, I'm in the twilight of my gaming.
am.
I'm done.
I am.
What does that even mean?
The Twilight because I'm not playing as many games as I used to. Gaming has gone down for me. Because you're a father, a husband, a runner, a chaser. You're one of those people that has
Chaser? What is that?
that has. Well, if I'm running after something, I'm chasing after something, and I have a million other things to do than to take 2 or 3 hours out of my life to play video games every day. Well, that changed a bit when I got in my car accident.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, and I scrambled my eggs, and it was and so I couldn't run anymore for the most part. I'm just finally, after a couple months, thinking about maybe doing it, I guess would be the case. But between there and I couldn't watch much TV, though the only times I could was to get a chance to go and play some video games, and this was one of them. Dragon Quest was a game that I picked up back in late August, early September, and I got the premium pack, so I ended up getting like buttons and all that from of all the characters as a collection thing. That's gonna, something in 50 years, that's my retirement right there. It says, hey, what, selling those pins?
He says
It's
so.
gonna be fantastic. Um, you just wait. You just wait. Now, but in saying that, so I get the game, and then I get in the car accident, and my brain gets scrambled. So then I can't play any video games for close to a month and a half. It's crazy time. But when I finally did, when all the stuff subsided, I got into playing Dragon Quest, and I have to tell you, I finished it close to the start of the new year, and I officially think it's one of the greatest games I ever played. I still like the first Dragon Quest a little bit better, only because that's the first time I really got involved in an RPG, so that has some special meaning. But this one, the graphics are great, and I took the time, and I ended up getting, and I've never thought I would do this on a role playing game. I ended up getting a platinum trophy. I looked up the last time I got a platinum trophy, and it was a good 8 years ago. And I think it was a SpongeBob SquarePants or some kind of game like that. I don't. I'm trying to remember when last time it was like a cheesy little game. You do the ding 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 platinum, but this one you actually had to put the work in, and like you had to make all the outfits. You had to make sure everybody got their outfits, and you had to find, and at the very end you had to make all the weapons that needed to be made, the special weapons. So you had to go and farm I spent at least 5 hours going around farming stuff over the course of a week. For you, 5 hours is like, oh, this is Sunday night. But for me, you take your time and you farm and you get the special stuff and all that. And you got to make all the outfits. And so at the very end, the last outfit I had to get, I didn't know how to get it, and I had to go look on the Wikipedia kind of thing for all this stuff. And I actually had to go to a town. I had to talk to one vendor who said, "Yeah, I have that. It's worth 2 million pounds." Okay, and then I had to go upstairs to another vendor who was his brother, and said, "What? He's charging you 2 million for that? I'll give it to you for 1 million." And then you go back down and talk to the brother. He says, he's only giving you 1 million? I tell you what, he's not going to beat me on that. I'll give you 500,000 coin. Okay, and so I'll go back, and so you vendor, and you keep bartering back and forth, and I got it down to 25,000 coin, and so yeah, and that's how I ended up with my platinum, and it was oh so nice to get. It's something that game I took my time, and I built everybody up to the absolute biggest level, and it was a great success. Now, I will say, I don't think I'll say the word cheated. I think I'll use the word I watched a YouTube video on how to farm XP points. And so I went from 51 that I earned the hard way to 99 where I pretty darn quickly. And that was the best thing. It took me still 3 weeks of doing that, farming and playing and all that to get my up to 99. But that was much better than the 2 months I was grinding to get to 51, right? So it was a very good game. What have you heard about Dragon Quest, Tekken?
I heard it's good.
It's just the graphics. It's just stunning. Like the wind's blowing and the hair is going with it. It's just a phenomenal game. I absolutely have no gripes about it. No gripes about it at all. So with that, we got, as I said, that happened a little bit after the new year. I also at Christmas time, and after that, around that time, I went, man, I really want to shoot somebody in the head. The only game I had that would shoot people in the head was that Star Wars piece of crap game, and that I ended up buying that I shouldn't have, and that's worth what now, $10 at your local GameStop. Anyways, yes, and so I said no, I really need to get a game. Now, funny that I say that about Star Wars. The game I picked up at Christmas time was made by the same people, DICE, and it was Battlefield 5, and I must say, it is a great game. It's very addictive. I'll say that. Now, again, I don't have all the time in the world, but you know something, if you want to spend an hour, you can play it really much on one map and play Conquest and just shoot each other 15,000 times and just have a good old time. And you know something, Tekken, my shooting skills is just about on par with my SOCOM skills. Absolutely. That means I end up with a 1 in 16 record, but you know something? I have my fun, and that's all that matters. I make that one kill make them feel pretty bad when they look at the stat and say he was the only one I killed. So that's a special honor. Are you eating?
No, I was just thinking.
Uh-oh. That's a dangerous thing. Tekken, I had three games I was going to talk about, and I remember the first two, and I can't remember the third one. But that's okay. I said to myself, as I said, I had three games to talk about. I said, yeah, no, Fire Pro would be the last one, and it's the big manager system that can book matches and run a company. That comes out February 27th. That's the big news for me. So I got to get my Battlefield done before the 27th of February, because once that comes, goodbye shooting people in the head. And it's all good. But I'll tell you one more thing about Battlefield. So you get coin for how well you play, right? And then you earn your money and you buy something. I'm sure Call of Duty does it. I'm sure everything else does it. So there's this, and now there's four different classes, and I'm the medic because listen, I die a lot, right? So at least the medic has some extra bandages he can use. So if I get shot once or twice, I prolong my life a little bit till they finish me off. But I can also go around and save people. And so if somebody else gets shot, I'll run to them, I'll revive them, and then they're back in the game, right? And we don't lose a death, right? So, but the gun they have is a crappy one. So but thing is, I see on their big board, hey, buy this gun. It's worth $13,200. It's the same gun you use as a medic. So I'm thinking, wow, if that's $13,200, and that's one of the most expensive guns in the game, that means if I can earn enough money, I'm going to have myself one heck of a gun, and my stats will go up. So I saved up my money, and I went and I bought the gun. and it ended up I have to level it up as well as me. So when I first bought it, it was a piece of shit. And so far, I'm up to I think level 6 with it now, and I still can't hit the side of a barn. It's so horrible. Oh, $13,000 wasted. What can you say? So yes, so my gaming has increased, but again, with me trying to see how my head handles running more than 5 kilometers, we'll see how things progress. That's for sure. Tekken, I saw your list though for games that you want to buy in the future, and you had like 30 games.
There,
So
there, there were 30 games, and that was only January.
yeah, I know there's 30
There
games,
was
and it's
like
only
four.
January. All right, so here's my question. All right, Mister, I like paying full price for everything. Boxing Day deals at your local stores in Wichita or wherever you're at. Uh, was there any good deals? Is the Boxing Day phenomenon dead?
Okay, is Boxing Day and Black Friday the same thing, or are you talking about something different?
No, that first of all, that's racist. Second of all, uh, no, Boxing
Isn't
Day
that the
is
day
the
after Christmas?
yes, the day after
We don't.
Christmas.
We have them, but it's like those aren't usually not as good as the
Black Friday.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
I mean, that being said, on PSN there was like a ton of good end of the year deals
They,
on games
they weren't bad.
for
I
like
was
five
looking at
weeks.
I was looking at Witcher because they just had the Witcher complete set, and I thought, but I'm saving up for the because that game. If that sucks me back in, it's all over. So yeah, that's a dangerous game. Um, but in saying that, so you didn't see any deals at your local
I
stores.
don't shop at stores for games. I get them all digitally.
You're ruining the
Unless I'm
economy.
gifting something to people, which
Oh,
is
good.
like Black Friday stuff I got.
I'm sensing that my gift
Or
is
not Black
still in the
Friday, but
mail.
holiday sales. They got stuff for
Okay.
people. So
Is my game still in the mail then?
no,
Oh, you didn't get me a gift?
no. Did
Oh,
you give me a gift?
yeah.
What did you give me?
You were the very first person to see that picture of Augusta Sebastian Snow. You were literally the first person, and so there you should be honored. So where's my game? That being the first to see that picture, that deserves at least I would say a collector's edition game. Like that's at least a $99 gift in return. Okay, so make sure you get that for me. Um, so, anyways, so you're seeing Boxing Day. You saw some great deals on the PSN. So, did you pick up anything?
Yeah, I got a bunch of crap.
And what kind of crap? What kind of crap did you get?
I got Shadow of War finally because that game had a lot of issues when it came out, and then they finally fixed it. But then it had blah 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 blah. And it also had a season pass, so it was like, well, I'm not getting a game with season pass because we've already discussed this. Where it's like, well, you don't know what you're getting, and they could just like not even put out stuff that they plan, and then like it just inflates the cost of the game anyway. So it's
Hmm.
like I'm not gonna buy the game and then
So how
pay
much?
more for even more when I could just get it all in one bundle later on
So
cheaper.
so how much was the bundle then?
It was like $24.
And including the season pass.
Yes.
Wow. See, here's what kind of rubs my rhubarb the wrong way. It yeah. So for my Fire Pro game I picked up, it was like $69. All right. The season pass for that was $66.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, that came out in August, and they're finally getting something out in February. It's like, okay, that's that's kind of like Spider-Man came out what in October, and they've already had 2 DLCs, isn't it?
They've had 3 DLCs. All the DLCs out.
Oh, everything's out now. Okay,
Yep.
perfect. All right, and so it just it that a season pass for that much. How much do you think a season pass? If you were the great and powerful person that you are, if you gave one united universal price for season pass, how much would it be?
Probably $20.
Okay.
or free. I mean, free is like ideal.
Oh yes, oh yes. But if you had to pay something, you'd have to say $20. I was gonna think 25, but that's good. That's good. That's very good. All right. So what else did you pick up? What is Shadow War anyways?
It's basically the sequel to Shadow of Mordor, where
Oh, okay.
it's more of that, and that was really good. So I've been waiting for that a long time. But then, like in the second game, they changed a bunch of stuff and added a bunch of RPG elements and made it really grindy, according to like reviews. But then they fixed it, so it's not anything like it. And like microtransactions up the wazoo. But then, according to everything in the reviews and stuff, they like changed it, and all that stuff's not really as bad as it was when it first came out. So
Oh, very good. So what else did you grab?
besides that, also picked up the Surge, the complete collection with all the DLC for like 20
Tom
bucks as well.
Tom Clancy's?
No, it's
Isn't that what that game's called? Tom Clancy's The Surge?
no, this
And you put bombs on the door, went walls, and you surge into the house.
that is not a Tom Clancy game.
It's no, that's what the game's called. It's Tom Clancy's The
That is no,
Surge.
no, that's not the no.
And you're fighting, and the guys came up, and they have to break into this house, and everybody's kind of fortifying the walls and all that, but they put the walls up, and they put the bombs up there to blow down the walls.
You're thinking of
Tom
Rainbow Six
Clancy.
Siege.
Oh, okay. That sounds about the same. Surge. What is the Surge?
The Surge is basically a Dark Souls game with a cyberpunk futuristic skin on it,
Very nice. And how much did you pay for that?
like 20 bucks.
$20. Are you a 20 buck or nothing man? Is that your threshold?
Basically, when a game hits 20 bucks, it's like open season because it's like if because like if the game had been out for like a while and like I didn't get it when it first came out and I can get it now and like not feel as bad if I don't get around to playing it. Whereas like if a game like Red Dead Redemption where I bought like the Ultimate Edition for like 80 bucks or whatever, I bought it and I've only played like the prologue and I'm like keep thinking to myself, man, I need to get back and play that game. But then I always have the issue of like Destiny always sucks me back in and like I spend too much time playing that and then I don't get to play anything really, so I
So
feel guilty when I buy stuff at like full price and then don't get around to playing it.
so how much did you pay for Tom Clancy Siege?
I said 20 bucks.
Okay, so you paid $20 for Tom
It was like
Clancy
21
Siege.
bucks, but whatever. It's like close enough to 20.
Okay.
So
But Surge you paid $20 too.
I didn't buy Tom Clancy's Siege.
I just asked you how much you paid for Tom Clancy Siege.
I
You
thought
said
you.
$20.
I thought you meant the Surge since I already said that was not the same game.
Okay.
I almost bought that game though because it was like it was cheap too.
Tom Clancy
But then I
Siege.
was like, it's just that's all you do is play versus player, so whatever.
You're not a an online person when it comes to gaming. I shouldn't say that because you have Destiny and you play and you like teaming up with your buddies. But besides that, you're not a big shoot people in the head kind of a dude, are you?
No.
No. Except if there's the cloak of Gargamel on there, then you're all over it. Open that chest. Oh, I already have 25,000 of these already. I don't want any more.
Well,
Get that
the
chest.
thing is, I would rather work with people at a shared goal versus work against them and like get nothing out of it all the time. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's why that is the case.
Yeah. What is the most thing? What is the most item that you get?
The most item.
The most opened item in a chest when you do your raids that you always get and you don't want anymore. And if you see it again, you go nuts.
Mm, I mean, there's a lot of that, so it's like it just doesn't bother me.
But if there's one thing you go, oh, again.
I think when you get the same armor piece in like not just like every week, it's like you get it the same like multiple times that raid. It's like, oh, here's an arm piece. Oh, I got an arm piece again. Oh, another arm piece. It's like, dude, why
How many
can't I get
arms?
the other piece of the armor? Like, what the f? Like,
Exactly.
I need this.
Yes.
This is why I'm playing this right now. Why can't I have it? What the f?
So you end up picking up the Surge for $20. What else did you get?
Pillars of Eternity Complete Edition. Shadow Tactics, Blades of the Shogun.
How do you like that?
I haven't played it, so I don't know.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, you still got the rest of your life, so don't worry about that. You got lots of time to play it. And is that the like samurai kind of you battle somebody online with that?
No, that is not that game.
Okay, because I saw a game online, and because I've been watching videos with salty players, and and that game came up, and like the kids on there just are swearing and all that. It's hilarious.
It might have been For Honor.
Yes, thank you. Now, what is your saltiest experience on Destiny?
Oh, dude, there was this one time when, okay, back in Destiny 1, Destiny 2 or Destiny 1, because Destiny 2, it's kind of like
You
whatever,
give
because I'm
me
over
your
it.
s- you give me the experience that made you have to get a drink of water after because it was so salty.
Oh man, there's been a bunch of times like that. Well, okay, well, okay, there's
The
more than
worst of the
one, so I'll just
worst. The
give.
worst of the
Damn, the
worst.
worst of the worst.
Worst the worst.
It used to be so bad though in Destiny 1, like before they changed and fixed things. But then like things were still terrible. Okay, so here's my most okay, Destiny. Okay. So they used to have where like each piece of armor was like weighted a certain way, and then like to power up the armor you had to like do stuff to it to get your level up all the way. And I was like not at the level cap, and I think I needed the helmet or something, or I needed some piece of armor from the raid. And like we're on the final boss of the raid, and it was like the Taken King expansion, I believe. And like they introduced this air quote smart loot system where it would give you the stuff that you needed when you needed it if you had everything else in your inventory, and then you'd like have to like not do things all over all the time, or like over and over again all the time, and it was supposed to make the game a smoother process. And we'd been doing this raid for, I don't know, a really long time. Well, not like just a really long time, but like week after week after week, because the game is stupid and doesn't work and it's broken and garbage, but I still play it because I have fun with my friends.
Yeah, there
um
you go.
and then I think I needed like the last piece of armor for like the raid gear, like the helmet or so. I don't remember I think it's probably the helmet. I don't remember what I needed, but I think I needed something for like the raid set, the max armor. And like the thing about Destiny 1 was like if you're playing the Trials of Osiris, like your power level would matter, and so like if you're under leveled, you wouldn't do as much damage to other people you're playing against when you're playing PvP,
Yeah.
and I wasn't at max level, and I was like just like a hair under, and like you could feel it. You could just like feel it when you're in like those matches, and like you're just like not doing damage or like taking more damage, and it's just like I finally had the helmet, and then they introduced this smart loot system, air quote whatever, and then I was like, okay, I might actually get it this week. I might actually get it this week, and then of course we killed orcs, and I didn't get it, and I was just furious, and I was like, F this game, blah blah blah. That happens like a ton of time. Like that's just like one of many instances where that would happen. Where it's like first it was the helmet, and then it was like I could never get the ghost shell or something from that raid because
Mm-hmm.
everybody would get it, or like that's the first chest you would get in the raid, and like everybody would always get it, and I would never get it. And I was like, all right, I might get it this week. I might get it this week, and I would never get it. Maybe that's why I was like missing. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I don't think no, ghost shells probably had like light on them too because that game's evil. So why wouldn't they? Um, but I would like never get the sweet. Well, not the sweet stuff, but like I would never get like the stuff I really needed, and then just that would happen all the time. So, yeah, Vault of Glass was like even worse because it was like garbage and like terrible drop rates, and there's like so many stories of people that never got the boots, and I was one of those people. I didn't get like the boots until like future expansions, and I was like I finally got the full set of Vault of Glass gear after like we like just played that for fun, and like it's like old content we didn't even like need to bother playing, but
Yeah, yeah. You didn't even need the boots because the boot. Then all of a sudden you found more armor that was better than the boots,
yeah.
and there you go. But you had to get your boots because they're made for walking. Now, so you dealt with some salty kids.
Salty kids, what?
Well, when they get all mad at you and they scream at you, right?
I don't use voice chat in public games, so no.
So you're smart.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. That's good. All right, perfect. I was gonna say, did you ever like shoot one and then they come back at you and then you have to shoot them again? Did you ever come up against somebody who was so obsessed with killing you and you're killing them, And you just, even though you weren't voice chatting, somebody was always trying to get you. They're coming for you.
No.
Okay, good. All right. So what other games did you get?
Observer, Sega Genesis Classics, Tiny Metal finally, because I forgot the game was even out. Carmageddon, and the Capcom Beat 'em Up bundle, and then I also got a bunch of other crap. Let me try to find it.
So the Sega Classics, that's was that the console that they're bringing out, or is that actually just a game?
That was just a game bundle. It's like the Sonic's Ultimate Sega Genesis Collection, except on PS4. But they have like different games and like more games. Cause I loaded it up and I was like, oh, they actually have more stuff on here. Hmm.
So, you bought what? That sounds about 30 games. How many have you played so far? Of the
Uh, I checked out the Sega Genesis collection just to see like what was on it. So I didn't.
and what it was it worth the 20 bucks?
It wasn't 20 bucks. It was like, oh, maybe it was 20 bucks. Let me see. It was. It was worth it because it's a bunch of games. So
Perfect.
there's a classic. They're classics.
What was because they always throw a dud in there, a dud or two. What was a dud that said that in that Sega collection?
It's weird because they have what was it? It was like Fantasy Star. I think like 1, 2, and 4, but not 3 or something. So it's like they don't have all of them. It was either that or they have like Shining Force, maybe Shining Force 2, or it's like something weird with like they don't have all the Shining Forces games when I was looking at that too. And I was like, ah, what the F?
Okay. So here we are. We're into January. All right, and this is the start of a new gaming cycle. Uh, what are the games coming down the pike that you're interested in?
Resident Evil 2 remake for sure is like top of the list. Everything else is like I don't even care, but like
And you're gonna pay $80 for that?
it's I don't think it's 80 bucks.
No. Okay.
But yes, I am gonna pay like for the deluxe edition. So yeah, actually I want to play through the old one before I play the new one. So
Just to see how.
yeah, just to see how it changes.
Yeah.
Because graphically, it's just man, it's gonna be amazing.
That and you can find out where the pitfalls are so you can avoid them.
Well, it's not. They did change things, so it's not gonna be like a complete like
Oh, okay.
one-to-one remake and stuff. They said they did stuff to make it its own thing, so I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, excellent. Good. Um, anything else? No, did you picked up Spider-Man, didn't you not?
Oh
Since we were
yeah,
talking about it,
oh yeah.
and you played the downloadable
I've only
content.
played one.
And how did you enjoy it so far?
It was good. It ended on a cliffhanger. I very much enjoyed that. That made it give it that gave it a comic book feel when like there was the whole like Black Cat, don't go in there. Oh, and then yeah, there's just it's like what happened to be continued. Oh, I have to wait. Oh, it's like it left you
Wow.
on the hook. You're like, oh, I'm kind of looking forward to what happens next. I
Oh,
hope they
good.
resolve it.
But you enjoyed the mechanics and all that.
Yeah, they added more of the when you're doing the thing with Spider-Man in Grand Central Station as you're Mary Jane and like you're telling him to like take opponents out. They added that whole thing where like you can like team up with Black Cat to be like, okay, well, I'll take this person out. You take that person out, and then like you just team up and like slowly take out all the henchmen or bad dudes stealthily. That's pretty cool.
Oh, perfect. Oh, excellent. So, what else other games are you interested in this year?
This year, hmm.
Depending if they come out or not. But let's just say all the games come out. Let's just say they said it was coming out, and so it is coming out.
Ace Combat 7, I'm interested in. I'm just waiting for a price drop because it has a season pass. So it's like, I didn't know it had a season pass. I already got it, but then I saw it had a season pass. So I was like, well, I'll be buying that when it's 20 bucks and I get the season pass with it. So sorry, Ace Combat 7, you did this to yourself.
Oh wow!
It's the truth.
What's your favorite thing about Ace Combat?
Ooh, just the scenarios that they put you in. I don't. It's weird. I don't know. I've only played through like 4, 5, and 6. I think. I think that's right. Or not? Did I play through 4? I know I played for 5. 5 was the first one I played through, and I was like, wow, I've never played any of these. This is like most amazing game I've played in my life. It was just so
Oh
intense in some
wow!
moments where like it's just like the scenario is cool. the gameplay is amazing because it's just like really good, and fun,
And
and
the planes are easy to operate.
yes,
Okay.
and the controls
'Cause-
are really good too because it's like you don't have any issue. I guess that's the thing is like it scratches that itch for me of like I really like Star Fox and X-wing and like Rogue Squadron when those games were out, and like there aren't really a lot of games like that anymore, and it really ticks me off. So like whenever there's anything like that, it's like I will latch onto it and be like, oh, this is really good. I like this. And when I saw this one at VR, I was like, ooh, that'd be really, really awesome. But then I had season pass, and I was like, eh.
Okay. Excellent. All right.
Though I
So
guess
what?
I could just get it and be like, it's a late birthday present to myself. So I
Sure.
might just do that.
Yeah. Or get the. Now, can you pronounce the word for me? Waifu.
Yes, that's correct.
Can you explain the origin of that, please?
Um, it's just a term some people use to be like, this is the person that I am. Very
Wife
much.
waifuing.
No, no, that's not a thing.
Oh, okay.
Waifuing is not a thing.
Waifuing.
It's just the person that is my significant other.
Yes, exactly. Good. All right. And has she trudged onto any gaming
Oh
herself?
man, yeah, she really got into Beat Saber when she played that. It was really cool watching her play it.
Beat Saber.
It's a VR game.
Okay,
Have you
good.
played VR yet?
No.
Oh, you're missing
Is
out.
it? It's a. All I remember is watching the demos of the Batman game. It's like, put your hand in here and pick up the key, and I'm going, oh no, thank you, no, thank you. And so I take it it's gotten better now that it's a peripheral that actually has survived so far, Tekken. So that's saying something. With Sony and peripherals, it's actually surviving. So I'm actually kind of surprised. Or is this the point where you tell me it's being phased out?
I don't know. It's just that not all games are like as good with it.
Yeah.
So it depends on like what you're playing.
Pick up the key and put the. Ooh, I found a letter over here. Pick it up. Oh, no, pick it up. No, pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up already. Yes, exactly. It won't acknowledge my hand. Pick it up already. Ah, waifu. Anyways, so what's your favorite VR game then? Other than Beat Scratcher.
Besides Beat Saber, Res Infinite, Tetris Effect. Tetris Effect really good. Oh man, that was
Tet
awesome.
Tetris Effect?
Yes.
So you can manually change the where the Tetris goes with your.
No, it's basically Tetris, but they have like a bunch of cool effects going on when you're playing.
Oh,
And like
okay.
the stages are like really interesting, like the way they do them. Like there's this one when you're in the desert, and there's this caravan, and if you like look around, because you actually have like the VR like 360 degrees thing, you can like see all around the desert, and like the trail is like really far and stretching
Oh,
out. And it's like, oh man, that looks awesome.
oh,
And
very
like there's these
nice.
ones where you're like underwater, and like you look around, and you see all the coral and like the sea creatures. It's really cool.
Oh, nice.
But it's just like
A-
a lot of cool effects like that.
And you're in the desert with the camels, and you see one of them taking a poop in VR, baby. Pick that up. See if you can do it. Anyways, well, that's fantastic. I keep seeing that it's dropping in price, right? The VR.
Yeah.
So I keep worrying that it's it's. But I guess it's been out for a while, and they can drop the price now and still make their money. So that's good to see.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so kids, I'll shoot them all. All right, I have to go. Unfortunately,
Oh, all right.
my child just said, sent me a text saying, "Are you going to feed me or what?" So I guess that's. I haven't fed you in 16 years. Why are we starting now? Anyways, no, I'm just kidding. Okay, buddy, I'm sorry, but I have to call this quit.
No, it's okay. It's my fault anyway because I woke up late. So
It is actually. I was gonna wait. I was waiting for you to say it, so that's good. But anyways, thank you very much. This actually was a very good gaming talk. I talked about video games, figure that out, and hopefully when we talk, in July next time, we'll be able to talk about more crazy gaming stuff. How's that?
that works
Maybe
out.
by then Battlefield will be down to like $30, and then you'll be able to pick it up
I
and play
wouldn't get
games with me.
Battlefield. There's no like the story mode's like not any good.
Are you? Oh, I'm not gonna talk to you. I'm glad we ended on this note because now I don't want to talk to you.
Okay.
You're drunk. All right. Thank you, buddy.
Yep. Yep. So yeah, until you hear from us again, Comic Book Talk Podcast, and we're now signing off.
Perfect. All right. Well, yeah, my daughter